Good morning, or depending when you watch this video. Hope you have a great day. So, I'm out in the garden because I have a little surprise. Look at the beautiful flowers. And check out the first dragon fruit flower of 2021 for me in the garden. They are so beautiful. I love them. They only last about, I would say, half a day or so. They open up during the night and they will close down by 11ish or so. They are so gorgeous. And most of the varieties that I have, they are self-pollinating. And I got a cutting from a friend of mine. You can see this was the cutting, went down all the way, and then it grew out from here. And this one got the red flesh inside, this variety, and it will color your pea just like beets would do it. So if you ever try it, don't be scared. It's just the color. It's just colors, but it's fine. It's pretty healthy for you fruit. And one thing I also realized growing the dragon fruits, that you can plant it just like that, like if you get it, but it will take longer to push out than if you wait a week or so, just dry it out, not on direct sunlight, but basically heal the wounds, the cutted wounds, and it pushes out so fast after that. And you can see the air roots, how it attaches to the wood. And just really quick, this is not the dragon fruit related, but that's pretty cool. This pineapple was cut in 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3 quarters, and look, it's pushing out now. So that's pretty cool. So now I can, if you have a tub, you can make several pineapples, many pineapples. And I had to do this kind of with the pineapple because they put the plastic in a way that otherwise it would rot. So the way I cut it, now I could save it still, and we could still grow pineapple from the top. But back to the dragon fruits. This is a yellow seedling. I believe it's a Palora variety. This is a red inside, maybe a Bloody Mary, or not exactly sure of the name of the variety because I didn't get the name when I got the plant, but I know that it's pretty good. And there is several other varieties that growing in here. Actually, I have to get this one. I have to help this one. So all the plants are near here. The trellis, they all self-pollinating, which is really nice because sometimes you get a dragon fruit that you have to hand pollinate, which is also, it's like if you have the time and if you remember, it's not a big deal, but sometimes with family and kids and everything, I barely have time for the necessities, let alone to remember to pollinate my dragon fruit at 11 p.m. at night. So with that said, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 varieties in this area. I used to have another yellow one that's a smaller yellow, and but absolutely delicious one. But that one, it's more finicky. That one didn't make it here, but I have other places in the garden from that variety. And pretty much this is a white fleshed. Also, this one didn't have a name. It only said that it was a white flesh, like white inside with the black seeds. This is red inside with the black seeds, and these are all self-pollinating too. And this is the yellow Palora. So this is 6 varieties growing in here on the trellis. And this is the first flower, and you can see these flowers are gonna come in soon also. You can see there is a pollinator working, and I'm sure there is several of us in last night too. But you can see it's working it, so it's perfect because now we can have a fruit in about 42 days or so. The reds are faster from my experience than the yellow that I had. Even the growth habit, it's faster. Yellow is a little different, and yellow also get thorns, but it's not a big deal to me that it got the thorns. It's just looks like for me the red and the white variety is growing a lot faster and flowering fruiting a lot faster. But I love the yellow very much, so I grow that one as well. The second trellis is a Palora, another yellow variety, and this is a seedling, so it will take a good amount of time till it flowers and fruits. And I want to say thank you for one of the viewers that I was trading with, and he planted the seeds and took a good care till they were about that big or so when I got it, just like that piece over there. And they grew a lot, and they will grow a lot, I think, this year. So this is I believe is the Palora variety, the yellow variety that you can find at the supermarket. So hey, thank you so much for taking such a good care of it and trading with me. I'm excited to have it. I know it will take a lot longer than from cuttings, but it's very exciting to grow it. So we are at the third trellis, and I have 2 varieties here growing. These are all self-pollinating, so I don't have to worry about to pollinate. You can see how it grew into the tree with the air layers. It just grabs onto it, and that's how it grows. And this is the yellow variety, very thorny, and I have to make a better trellis for this one. But basically this is how it looks like. It's very different. I can recognize this from the others. Very, very different. It's kind of like a triangle shape and thornier. So yeah, I'm growing this one here with the jack beans. But even though it's a little finickier and takes a little bit longer time, but the fruit is so delicious that it's definitely worth to grow it. I'm growing several up on my trees, and this is an experiment to me. I know they can get very heavy. You can see a cutting in here at the cherry tree. I know they will grow pretty heavy, but I can always trim it and basically just see how they would do, and I just use up my vertical space without having to spend a lot of money on trellises, and I don't have the space anymore because I planted pretty densely as is. So that's what I'm doing. Let's see how it goes. The next dragon fruit is growing up on a mango tree. It's a key Savoy mango tree, and this one might be a Thai variety, I believe. And I got the cuttings from a good friend who didn't mind to share some cuttings, and that's what I planted. You can see the new growth. So I'm not too worried about the mango trees. I think they can do it easily because they are I think they would be growing well together. But some of my other trees that it's kind of not a very super strong tree, I can see that in a couple of years I run into in an issue that I have to cut it back a whole lot. So right now I'm at the Washingtonian palm, and this is so perfect also right now. It's not too huge, and you can see there is a yellow, a small yellow with a huge flavor, and this one also a Thai variety. So there's two varieties at the Washingtonian. I'm at the mango tree outside, and I did planted two varieties. One of them is the Thai variety, and Dexter just left. And the other one, I'm not exactly sure, but there's two varieties growing, and this tree is pretty big, so I'm not too worried about growing it on this tree. Well, I got him, so he was good. He was a good boy. He stayed for me. Okay, so let's go find some other dragon fruits that I'm growing, and one of them is actually growing up on the Barbados cherry. So this is, like I said, I'm experimenting. I never grew them up on the cherry trees or many other of my trees. I didn't do that. You can see the Everglades tomatoes. There's so many. Today we have to do a harvest day because there is so many of them. Check it out. So yes, you can see that it's growing up on the Barbados cherry, and this is a different variety. I only got one variety on this tree so far, so I don't want to overload it too much because it's like not like super strong tree, but it's definitely worth a try to me. And like I said, if anything, I can always trim. I can always trim it, but I wanted to give it a try. So yeah, I definitely have to pick the tomatoes today. All right, Dexter, are you coming? Are you coming? I'm gonna write down these so I'm not gonna forget it because I have too many. Alrighty, so we are at the custard apple, and some of you who watch this channel, I'm sure you saw the dragon fruit with it, planted with it. And this one is also a Thai variety, and you can see the new growth. And the other one is a sugar apple. Sugar apple, and that two varieties planted here. You can see it growing up on the sugar apple. Same with the other one. It's they both get huge new growth. And the other one, it is with the tamarind. This one, it did not push a new growth yet, just yet, but you can see it over there. So I put down the reticulata sugar apple and the tamarind. The next, it is the ciruela, and these aren't the strongest trees at all from my experience, but I will try it, and it's growing up very nicely. It seems to love it, this tree, because you can see there is two new growth, 1, 2, and it's climbing up quickly. So let's see how it goes. Same with the yellow monden, or with the yellow ciruela, and I also planted one, and it seemed to absolutely love it here. You can see this cutting here, and you can see the new growth, and there is pushing another new growth over there. So this is the ciruela trees. Like I said, this is an experiment. I'm not sure if this is gonna work very well with the ciruelas, but I figured I give a try, and I save up the cutting and I planted this one. The other one is a longan seedling, which is a 5+ years old tree, and I would say around nearly 6 or so, and this year was the first year that it flowered, and I can already see some fruit sets. So this is a pretty huge tree right now, and I figured that the longan would take it very well, and it's working out pretty well actually. The cutting, the dragon fruit cutting, you can see growing on it very, very quickly and very well. Oh, look at, there is a bird nest. There is a bird nest in there, wondering what kind of bird. So, but yes, this is a pretty tall tree right now, taller than what I expected when I planted the seeds. I mean, like 5-6 years. The next one is, it is at the avocado, actually next to, there is 2 varieties at the avocado. One of the variety growing very well, and the other one didn't push just yet. So I know the avocado is gonna be a good companion plant and strong enough to hold it up. The next one is at the coconut cream mango, and I have to fix this one up. I have to make sure that it's gonna go on right on the tree. You can see it's growing very well, pushing out new growth, and I just have to make sure I use a little rope, something, so I can get it up, because look at how big already. This is all the new growth. So yes, this is another variety at the coconut cream mango, and you can see the mangoes growing. Oh, I cannot wait for these. It will be a wonderful day when they are ripe. The other one, it's growing up on the other Washingtonian. It's pretty much growing into the Washingtonian. This might be a pain in the butt to actually dig the fruit. So I'm not sure if this was actually a good idea to grow it up on the Washingtonian. But at the time I was kind of desperate because I needed a trellis, and this is so perfect for it. But the only problem, it's a pretty tall tree. So when it comes to picking the fruit, I will need a ladder. The next one is at the Brogden avocado seedling. This is such a beautiful new growth. God, I really love this tree. There is also Suriname cherry here. There is so many companion plants over here in Moringa. You can see the blackberry, and actually there is a yellow variety. This is the one that it's a smaller yellow variety, but it's a huge flavor. And this is a cutting that it absolutely loves it over there. You can see the new growth everywhere, just growing wonderful. You can see the little tiny growth coming out there. Yes, it absolutely loves it here. And this is also one of those trees that I think it's gonna take it very well. The avocado tree, the dragon fruit that is growing up on it. So that's, I think that will work well. The next one, this is a Fuyu persimmon, just coming back to life finally. This one I don't think it's gonna grow fast enough for this one, but this one is still trying to push. So I don't think as is that this will, I think this will win actually when it starts to push. So I will have to figure out something at the time, or just try to stunt it and then wait for the persimmon tree to grow bigger, and then let this one grow as much as it wants. So that's something that I have to keep in mind with this one. Right across there is a Nona reticulata, another variety, and you can see the dragon fruit companion planted with it. Another sugar apple. There's so many flowers coming in right now. We can see the dragon fruit growing very well. This one, I'm not exactly sure how well it's gonna grow together, but for me it's worth a try. You can see that the trunk itself, it's not humongous, so I will probably have to do a lot of trimmings of this dragon fruit in the future, like in 2 years or so. This is an Atemuya tree, and I did planted small cuttings here, and you can see it's already growing. I do have to do a good weeding nearby here because the grass got through the mulch, so it's trying to take over again. I will have to work on that as soon as I find the time, and I have to find it soon because this is not good for the tree. Too much grass around nearby, and I think it will be better off if I do the weeding quickly. But you can see the flowers coming in, and I do have to hand pollinate this one. Time. You can see the pickering growing nicely. Look at how beautiful they are. And hopefully they will hold most of the mangoes. There is a couple already fallen, but that's pretty normal. I think I pretty much counted all the dragon fruits that I planted, and let's see how many there are. So I was up to 49 trees with the Bayram. So 49. Let me start again. 49 plus 55 dragon fruits and 84 plants. We are up to 84 plants. These contain several varieties, at least 10 plus varieties of dragon fruits growing, and several the same varieties also growing. So we are up to 84 plants today. Have a great day, you guys. I'm gonna be back and just cleaning the house and decluttering, and I will be busy, actually, very, very busy. But I did want to make a video this morning. It's been like 2 days I didn't post, and I was pretty busy just with housework and decluttering, and I didn't have a chance. But today I really wanted to do this because of this flower. Look at how gorgeous. Now you can see the bee working on it, and it's closing slowly. It's closing up. It's a beautiful, gorgeous flower. And the yellow ones, I can't smell this one because it's too high for me, too high up. But the yellow variety ones smell so amazing. And this is another variety, but you can see the bee, they're loving it. I mean, even if it wouldn't give us that delicious and super healthy fruit, you guys, look at those flowers. They are gorgeous. But I do like pretty and useful. So to have a beautiful specimen and also give you delicious fruit, healthy fruit for you, full of vitamins. So what can be better than that? Alrighty, this is just a little share from my morning, and I'm back to do some things, get done. I have to get done some things in the house. See you later. Have a great day, you guys. I wish if there would be an option of send you some of this sand. So beautiful, this plumeria sand. It smells so good. Dexter, come on in. Come.